Good evening, Portage County, and happy Friday. I'm Anthony Furiga.
And I'm Sydney Brown. The midterm elections are just days away, and voters across the nation have already begun getting out there to vote.
Our reporter Jacob Brooks has more on the increase in early voting. Hi, Jacob.
Hi guys, so like you said, Election Day is just 4 days away, and early voting isn't anything new in Ohio, but it has gotten more popular in the last few years with more and more people casting their ballot before Election Day. The numbers are in, and they show more people are voting early in Portage County.
People can vote at their convenience. They're making a plan to vote. We don't want people, if they wake up in the morning on Election Day and they don't feel good, we don't want them going to the polls. So they've already, hopefully they've already voted.
Nielsen says that by the end of the day Wednesday, Portage County had 4,137 people vote early in their office. They've mailed 13,700 absentee ballots, and 9,756 of those have been returned. She expects more people to vote over the weekend.
People are procrastinators they just are. So we'll be busier. Probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday.
So far, they haven't had any big lines, a much different story than the general election in 2020.
We had a ton of people waiting in line. Like they were waiting in the freezing rain, and it was crazy. But this election, we haven't had lines more than 10 or 15 minutes.
Some people vote early because they're worried about COVID, or they want to avoid the lines on Election Day, or they just want a break.
That way they can turn it off. Like they don't have to listen to the ads, read the paper, or do it. They're done. They've done their duty, and they don't have to worry about it anymore.
She says at this point, if you want to vote early, you should do it in person.
It's a little bit too late to request a ballot by mail because the post office tells us it takes 3 to 5 business days.
Nielsen says it's important for people to educate themselves about the candidates and the issues.
There are so many races that are going to be so pivotal in the future of Ohio on this ballot. Not just the governor, but the Supreme Court races are huge. Those are the people who are going to be making decisions on some of the hot button issues that people are talking about.
So if you are looking for more information about where or how to vote, you can go to vote411.org. Polls in Ohio will be open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, and TV2 will have live coverage on election night starting at 8. I'm Jacob Brooks, TV2 News.
Both Tim Ryan and Nan Whaley will be in Kent on Monday. Tim Ryan, who's running for state senate, will be at a local park at 1:30 to speak with residents, and Nan Whaley will be on the K at noon engaging with students on campus. The Democratic candidates are coming to Kent at the end of their campaigns on the eve of Election Day.
Kent School of Theater and Dance will be performing Head Over Heels as a part of their 2022-2023 season. Head Over Heels is a comedic love story based on Sir Philip Sidney's The Arcadia and is set to music from the iconic 1980s band The Go-Go's. Performances will run from November 4th to 13th, and tickets can be purchased online or the Performing Arts box office by phone. And 2 former University of Akron professors are suing the university for discrimination during widespread layoffs because of pandemic-related budget cuts. Both of the professors were tenured professors and work in the university's College of Business Administration. The lawsuit accuses the school's dean of using an opaque ranking system to determine who to lay off, noting that it was, quote, manipulated by the university to rank white, American-born professors higher than professors of a minority race and non-American national origin. Both professors are suing for their jobs back, as well as back pay and damages.
Akron voters are considering a permanent civilian police oversight board. On their ballots, Issue 10 proposes a 9-member board that would review police misconduct complaints and give input about how the department can improve. Over the summer, community members collected 7,000 signatures on a petition for Issue 10. Residents fought to get the issue on the ballot after 8 police officers fatally shot and killed Jalen Walker.
Hello all Portage County and Northeast Ohio. Hope you're having a nice Friday evening out there. I'm TV2 weather anchor Odin Amador-Gorby with your weather forecast for this Friday evening. And let's get started here, folks. Let's talk about, we are dealing with sunny skies right now, 68 degrees. It feels almost like summer out there. Feels like 71 out there. It is gorgeous evening out there. And dew points at 49, humidity's at 46. It is definitely beautiful. And as we look at your Northeast Ohio temperatures, we are seeing temperatures in the upper 70s to sort of 60s, almost hitting 70s. 68 in Kent, Ashtabula at 70, 69 Cleveland, Sandusky at 70, 69 Mansfield. It is definitely a warm summer-like evening out there. And as we look at your hour-by-hour forecast for your evening, it's going to be mostly cloudy out there. Towards your 7 o'clock, it'll be cloudy, 65 degrees. 9 o'clock, it'll be cloudy with 61 degrees. And 11 o'clock, it'll be cloudy with 60 degrees out there. So it's going to be it's going to be warm, but it won't be clear, that's for sure. And that's all I have for your weather for now. In my next update, I'll have your weekend weather forecast. Back to you guys at the news desk.
A four-legged officer is diminishing child pornography. The canine Diana is one of 5 dogs in Ohio that is trained to sniff out a specific chemical found in electronics. In more than 300 search warrants, Diana found more than 550 hidden devices that human eyes missed. With better resources, prosecutors say children can stop being victimized by photos and videos.
An Ohio jury has ordered a white police officer to pay $4.4 million to the family of a black man that the officer killed while the man was sleeping in his car. In March of 2017, Officer Matthew Rhodes had approached the car and tried to get the victim, Luke Stewart, out because he believed Stewart was under the influence. Stewart tried to drive away, where then Rhodes got in the car and fatally shot Stewart. Stewart was unarmed. And Stewart's mother filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Rhodes, and the jury has awarded compensatory damages to the family.
Dollar General is being sued by Ohio's top lawyer. The company is being accused of deceptive pricing after 12 complaints to the Ohio Attorney General's office about prices. The Attorney General, David Yost, urges Ohioans to come forward if this is happening at any store near you, saying, "We're here to protect Ohioans from being ripped off."
Twitter is experiencing massive layoffs. Stick around to find out about more of those who are affected.
And former President Trump could announce a presidential candidacy soon, coming up after the break.
Election Day is only 3 days away, and these midterms are highly anticipated.
TV2 News reporter Joe Malbin has the election updates.
Yeah, guys, this midterm election is going to be a highly anticipated race, so here are tonight's midterm headlines. Oprah Winfrey announced Thursday that she would back Democratic candidate John Fetterman over Republican candidate Mehmet Oz in the Pennsylvania Senate race. Oz became famous from his daytime talk show, Dr. Oz, which had been launched by Oprah's company. He was a regular guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Oprah told voters in a virtual Get Out to Vote event, "I will tell you all this. If I lived in Pennsylvania, I would have already cast my vote for John Fetterman for many reasons."
With one overwhelming, unified voice, speak as a country and say there's no place for voter intimidation or political violence in America, whether it's directed at Democrats or Republicans.
In Arizona and other parts of the country, reports of voter intimidation have run rampant. Voters have reported people who have been taking pictures and videos of ballot drop boxes. Some people were wearing tactical gear and camouflage outfits. Others were visibly armed. Some voters even claimed that these people had approached or followed them, while other observers hung back and watched from a distance. The Arizona State of Security has received over a dozen complaints of voter intimidation. And aides to former President Donald Trump are reportedly looking at the third week of November to announce Trump's 2024 presidential campaign. Trump's team has been testing the idea of a November 14th announcement, so long as Republicans do well in this year's upcoming midterm election. Trump has expressed interest in announcing his run early in order to put his Republican rivals on notice, telling supporters at an Iowa rally, "Get ready." Reporting live for TV2, I'm Joe Malbin. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Joe. Daylight savings time ends this Sunday, where we will all set our clocks back an hour. But the event continues the debate if we should continue changing our clocks. Currently, the U.S. Congress is split on keeping the tradition around.
The Senate passed the bill unanimously to make daylight savings permanent, while the House of Representatives has a mix of opinions. Meanwhile, both Arizona and Hawaii do not participate in daylight savings time.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look now at your statewide temperatures, and right now it is a gorgeous evening out there. 69 in Akron, 71 in Steubenville, 72 in Columbus, Lima at 70, 72 in Cincinnati. Is definitely a nice evening out there, to say the least. It is gorgeous out there for sure. And let's talk about your weekend forecast. As we can see for tomorrow, we'll be doing cloudy skies with 77 degrees. Cloudy skies will be all throughout the day. It will be very windy at times, but it will be very nice out there for your Saturday. And for your Sunday, as we look, we will be dealing with partly cloudy skies with temperatures up in the upper 70s, and it will be partly cloudy all day long with winds at times. So it won't be too bad out there. It'll be a very nice evening, to say the least, and definitely a great weekend for you, for sure. And as we look at your 7-day outlook, as we can clearly see, it will be partly cloudy skies for your Saturday and Sunday, but then the sun will start to come out towards your Monday with highs up into the 60s. But then Tuesday we'll have partly cloudy skies with highs up in the 60s, sunny skies for your Wednesday and Thursday as well. But then rain showers will start to turn in towards your Friday with highs up in the upper 60s. So it's going to be a very nice week ahead. And that about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Please enjoy these nice temperatures this weekend. Have a great weekend out there, everybody. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. Elon Musk plans to lay off nearly half of Twitter's 7,500 employee workforce. Some areas affected by the cuts include Twitter's communication department, ethical AI, research, and accessibility. Musk has also fired Twitter's senior leadership last week. And according to emails received by those who were laid off, these employees will continue to receive pay and benefits in accordance with mass layoff notice law required by U.S. and state federal law.
A new type of antibiotic to treat urinary tract infections will soon be submitted for FDA approval. UTIs are one of the most common infections, especially in women and girls. The new antibiotic, gepotidacin, has already been proven to be effective. New antibiotics are desperately needed because over time, many kinds of bacteria have become resistant to the agents used to treat them.
A 24-hour curfew has been imposed on the Kherson city in the Kherson region of Ukraine, which has currently been annexed by Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin is also calling for Ukrainian citizens living in the Kherson region to evacuate the conflict zone. It is believed that Russian forces may be preparing to abandon the west bank of the Dnipro River.
More than 14,000 people have been arrested in Iran since September. After the death of Mahsa Amini by morality police, protests have not stopped. According to the UN Security Council, there have been 277 reported deaths. The people are calling for an end to the Islamic Republic and are continuing their fight that is characterized by CNN as, quote, one of the biggest challenges to the Iranian regime since its founding.
Pakistan's leading opposition figure and former Prime Minister Imran Khan was shot in the foot during a protest march on Thursday. Khan is accusing of high-ranking members of Pakistan's government of orchestrating the attack, calling for them to be removed from power. The attacker, who has not been named, said in a video confession that he acted alone and there was no motivation behind the attack. The attack on Khan has only escalated the growing tension between Khan and Pakistan's government.
The new documentary of the Mars rover that was sent to the planet for 90 days but stayed 15 years.
Women's athletic at Kent State were in full swing this week. A recap of the trifecta of events next on TV2 News.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good evening, Portage County. I hope you're all enjoying this beautiful Friday weather. I'm Blake Goloja with your TV2 Sports Report. Let's jump right into Kent State athletics. The Flashes fell to first-place Ball State Thursday evening in straight sets as they were not able to slow down the Cardinals' attack with a season-low 2 blocks. Freshman Mia Sorensen continued her stellar play with a team-high 11 kills. Kent will finish up this series in Ball State today at 6 p.m., airing right now on ESPN+. And the Kent State women's basketball team looks season-ready as they knocked off Mercyhurst 72-40 in an exhibition match at the Mack Center last night. 3 Flashes scored in double figures with Annie Pavlensky leading the way with 12 points. The defense was locked down as they held the Lakers to just under 25% from the field. And in the fourth quarter, Kent only allowed 1 basket and 1 free throw. The Flashes will open the regular season on November 10th, home against Florida State at 7 p.m. And the Kent State field hockey team fell to Appalachian State in the MAC semifinals 1-0 this afternoon. It was a stalemate throughout most of the game, with the Apps' lone goal coming in the third quarter. Alex Sacker led the team with 2 shots on goal, but could not find the back of the net. The loss ends Kent State's season at 8-10 overall, but a terrific 6-1 in the conference. And the Eagles look to stay undefeated as they travel to Houston for some Thursday night football. Jalen Hurts getting ready to lead the Eagles out there. Davis Mills looking to upset them. And it is the Texans first getting on the board. Nice little play action here. And it's going to be a good, strong catch by Tegan Quiteriano. His first career catch and touchdown. Great for him. 4th and goal. Eagles looking to answer. They give it off to Miles Sander and he punches it in. They gamble it and they pay off. 14-7 now. Davis Mills is going to look here, roll out to the right side, and he's going to find Chris Moore for the score. All tied up at half, and it's on upset alert here. 14-14, third quarter, Davis Mills looking down the field, and he is picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and that's really going to hurt the Texans' chance at the upset bid as they have a great field position. Jalen Hurts is not going to waste that field position, and he's going to throw it to a wide-open A.J. Brown. That's one man you cannot leave open. 21-17 now play action. Jalen Hurts looking to put the finishing touches on it, and he does with Dallas Goddard. And that's going to end it there. 29-17. They stay undefeated, 8-0 in Philly. And that is all for sports. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at TV2KSU for updates on all things Golden Flashes athletics. I've been Blake Goloja. Have a great week in Portage County. Back to you guys at the desk.
Do you love comedy? We have more on the latest feature films coming to theaters. Whether you're looking for something new on the big or small screen this weekend, we've got the inside scoop.
Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Hey, Tilda. We heard you weren't well.
You think the sight of you two is going to cheer me up? Are you dim?
Anna Faris and Toni Collette are just 2 of the scheming relatives kissing up to dying matriarch Kathleen Turner in The Estate, Faris's first film after the COVID shutdown.
It was exactly the right project for me at the right time. We laughed all day long. I'm working with these incredible actors. I would forget my lines sometimes because I would just be watching everyone's brilliant performances.
The Estate opens in theaters this weekend.
I pushed away my band.
You're all just a bunch of normals. I'm the weird one.
You gotta take care of yourself. I saw in you something special. An artist.
Weird Al Yankovic says he can't understand why some fans didn't think Daniel Radcliffe was the right choice to star in Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
People are always second-guessing the cast and why didn't you pick, and they'll name an actor that has long curly hair. Getting a wig is the least important thing. when you're casting. I mean, it's all about the energy and the chops. And Daniel just really embodies that character. He's got the right energy. He's a brilliant dramatic actor. He's a brilliant comedic actor. He nailed the tone, which is what we were going for. We knew he would get it, and he absolutely killed it.
The biopic parody is now playing on the Roku channel. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The new documentary about NASA's rover on Mars, Goodnight Oppie, just released today. The documentary tells the story of the rover that was only supposed to last 90 days on the red planet, but continued operating for 15 years.
Opportunity, the rover, was able to collect more data about Mars, and it has helped their development of rovers since. Goodnight Oppie, a Steven Spielberg film, is now showing in theaters today. I think this is so cool. But I just love documentaries. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, I love documentaries too. They're always fun to watch.
Any type of space movie I'd love. You know, Apollo 13 is probably one of my favorients.
Absolutely.
Or like Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interstellar was the best. I love
I'm more like
Interstellar.
Star Wars, but
Star Wars is good too.
That's a classic.
Always. Those are a lot of good classics, though. I didn't realize how many space films.
There are a lot of space.
I guess, yeah.
Keep
It's
going.
interesting.
Yeah, Star Trek too.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Star Trek. Yeah, that's another good one.
Well,
But,
that list goes on forever.
Yeah, but how about the weird movie? What do you guys think of that?
Oh, I think that's gonna be good. I want to watch it. I love Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
He is quite a character.
And that is all the time that we have for you today.
Thank you for joining us.
For updates on these stories and more, please visit our website at kentwired.com.
And all of our social media platforms at Kent Wired. I'm Blake Goloja.
I'm Odin Amador-Gorby.
I've been Sydney Brown.
And I'm Anthony Furiga. Have a great and safe night, Portage County.